Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. Where we last left off, we wound up getting over into the Celtic Sea, and then having our operations there not really count for much. Mission-wise, I'm pretty sure the kills counted here-wise, but I could be wrong. It looks like we've got radio messages and impacts, but no kills. Anyway, we're just chilling out in the in the Celtic Sea, looking for a convoy, hopefully, and then we can get this mission done. I checked out one of my older episodes from season 1 for this mission to see if I could figure out if there were special ships or not. It doesn't really look like it, so I'm hoping it's just a matter of hitting the right ships now. Not really sure. Or not hitting the right ships. My word, brain is not functioning today. Just hitting any ships, and we'll have them count. So yeah, it's also, we're running a bit of a longish patrol now. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. We're still good. We can push it to mid-February before we decide to head back. And, get the crew.
Yes, sir.
Happied up at a bar, not on board the ship. Because the morale's sitting at 6 out of 8, so, you know, that's not too bad. And, yeah, basically, we're just looking for some ships. Now, there is a question that's stuck out. Someone was asking for advice on running long-range missions. Now, if you're running long-range missions in Silent Hunter 5, the biggest piece of advice I could give you is to turn fuel consumption off, but don't, like, pretend that, you know, like, roleplay that you're still using fuel, because it is such a pain in the ass to sail out, go there, you sink a couple ships, and then have to go right back when your fuel's at around 50%, because you're just burning through it too quickly. I would also suggest, let's take a look, getting most, if not all, of the engine tuning up. You don't really have to worry about sound coding or battery recharge, but get the engine tuning all the way up, so that way you can travel much slower, but still go fast, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm going speed 2, which on a stock U-boat, you know, would be much slower than 12 knots. In fact, speed 3 on a completely unupgraded U-boat is 10 knots. So by going speed 2, with all the upgrades I've got now, we're going 12. So we're actually going faster, despite the fact that we're going slower. What that means is just, you know, these burn fuel at a different rate, and obviously level 2 burns fuel less quickly than level 2. Speed 2 burns fuel less quickly than speed 3. So, yeah, definitely get those engines going. And I would strongly suggest turning off fuel consumption, which negates this, but you use the fuel consumption being off not as like a, hey, I can go anywhere I want all the time. It's more of a, this will prevent my crew from becoming stranded off the coast of Colombia because resupply doesn't work. Now, I've never tried this, but it's something, you know, you can give a try if you want. We'll just head down to the radio man, and I can show you what some people suggested to me, unfortunately, after Season 1 was done, so it was a bit too late to do anything about it. Wolfram, we can see here how he's got safe communication. Hit that first, and then request a resupply, and then that is supposed to work for resupply. I don't know, maybe try it with fuel consumption turned off and see if you can actually get resupplied using that method. So, yeah, long patrols, that's what I would suggest. And that's pretty much it. So, let's get zoomed back in here. If we take a look at our area of operations, a lot of it is going to be, like, you know, out in the sea, or I guess technically the ocean, if we want to get, you know, technical about where we're headed. We don't have a lot of ports that have been suggested. Like, there's Holyhead, but as you can see, it's nowhere near being within the area of operations. So, basically, I want to get, like, we've got till June 1st to get this done, so we could get it done whenever we want. I just want to get it done now, so we're guaranteed to move on and be able to select our next campaign, even though I think it's just one campaign, but, you know, we'll get bonuses and stuff like that. So I want to get this mission done as soon as I possibly can, and then we'll go port raiding. Don't you worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But if we take a look, Falmouth is within range. It's just, you know, last time I went in there really wasn't anything. So I don't know for this mission if there's going to be a lot of port raiding. It's probably going to be some high seas raiding. So strap in. You know, that might not be the most exciting thing anyone's ever seen, but it's going to be what we do. So I'm going to set myself up maybe like this. Maybe a bit. Basically, any ships coming into this Narrows here, I want to see before they get to the Narrows. Basically. So what we'll do is submerge, and then we'll just wait. And hopefully, we'll find something. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. So when we get to that location, or when we have something exciting to show you guys, I'll show you. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Alright, so another question that I've had is, how do I aim? So there's three ways you can do aiming in this game. You can use the manual TDC thing, so you can get your lock and, you know, turn all the dials and things like that if you want to, for, you know, for fun. So there is that way to do it. Tons of people say that that's the only way to play. I find that it adds far too much complexity and things of that nature to the game. So I don't necessarily feel that it's, you know, necessary to have fun with this game. It's probably necessary to get a full sim experience. Anyway, you've also got these numbers. So as I'm sure, you know, longtime watchers of the series have seen me do numerous times, you line up, so you get this 3 to go over top of that 3, and then you can fire. So there's that. There's also, what you can do is this. So just acquire your lock, right? And then quickly, as this is like, you know, in the game's mind, it's got the firing solution in and all ready and all plotted out. So what you can do then is just quickly break the lock and shoot the torpedo. So let's get our periscope down, and let's follow this torpedo to see if that's actually going to be a good hit or not. Now, I haven't had much luck sinking destroyers this game. That is true. So we'll see if we can get just a little bit better luck. Some people would suggest, you know, wasting torpedoes, especially on a destroyer that's not looking for me, but any ship that comes basically straight in front of me that's an enemy that doesn't see me, giving me a nice full broadside, well, it's hard not to shoot at it, you know? So we're just going to follow this torpedo in. I could use time acceleration to advance this quicker, but, you know, I'm okay just slowly following this in. And as we get closer, it's looking like a fairly decent shot, although that destroyer does look like it's traveling fairly slowly for a destroyer. So there was just one of them. As we can see, we've got another contact out there. Another military ship. But yeah, he's still not within visual range. This guy is just going slow. I don't know about this shot anymore. Pretty bad shooting tutorial if we wind up missing here. I'm going to guess that because we were so far out, range-wise, we missed that shot. That's just my guess, but anyway, those destroyers are probably going to leave us alone, and I'll see if I can get a proper
torpedo missed, sir. Due one ready.
Shooting example at another time. Anyway, I think we might as well just hang out here and wait for any hydrophone contacts. See you guys in a bit. Alright, and just briefly, just to go over it again, careful when you're getting yourself lined up on freighters. They will show up green if they are a neutral or a friendly or you know, not a black target. As you can see, these ships here are Portuguese, and the Portuguese are neutral, so we are not going to sink any of these ships. I've never sunk a neutral ship in this game, but I don't imagine it's a good thing to do. So, yeah. We will continue our hunt for some more freighters we can sink that aren't Portuguese or any other nations other than, you know, ones we're at war with. So, yeah. That's that for that. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so we've got ourselves another Royal Navy ship coming up behind. So I've got my rear tubes selected, and we're going to try for another hit. So, we're going to aim for the middle of the ship again, and just do that. So we'll drop our periscope down and turn ourselves around. Now, it's going to be difficult to follow this torpedo in because it is a slow-moving electric, but it won't provide a wake. So, basically, we're just going to speed up time and see if this can be a better shot than our last attempt at a destroyer, which was not so great. So, our torpedo should be here somewhere. There it is. Right there. And I don't know. This is also not looking that hot. So I don't know what is up with the aiming. If I'm gonna have to go back to lining up the numbers or something. But
torpedo missed, sir.
That's 2 misses for 2 today. That is not great. So hopefully things improve. There are quite a few, well, maybe just 2 or 3, but they're definitely on a very steady patrol, these escorts around here. So I don't know, I might have to reposition. Anyway, see you guys in a bit. Alright, so we are, well, obviously on the surface. We got 2 freighters over here that are steaming away from us, and they appear to be Greek, which means we can sink them. Now, I don't know if sinking Greek ships will help with the will actually help with the mission. Like if I need to be sinking British ships, or just, you know, shipping that's helping Britain. I'm not really sure. But we'll see. These are two fairly decent sized freighters. And we'll just get our shots falling down onto the deck. That's going a bit too far. So if we actually line up on the ship, we should be able to hit it. One thing I am going to do is just adjust our course ever so slightly. Is I just a little over 2 kilometers out? No, we can go a bit higher there. The spray coming off the bow is quite impressive. We probably don't need to be going 12 knots. But, you know, I'll take it. Where are these shots falling? Should pay attention to... No, these are definitely hitting the ship. Let's get zoomed in more. Yeah, we can go just a little bit higher and start placing these shots into the superstructure of the ship. Like so. So that's one down. Probably push it out just a little bit further, and at least this guy's giving me a nice broadside now. Maybe a bit further out. And come on. Are those hitting? I would have expected at least a single explosion by now. Let's see. Nope. That would do it. There we go. That should be a hit now. There we go. Now that ship's on fire. As it should be. Where's... That's handy. The ship disappears on the minimap. Okay, we're going to slow this down. And we should have this ship taken care of pretty darn quickly. What I am going to do is just put us up
speed 10 knots.
to 10 knots. That should be a good pursuing speed. There we go. Don't even need to worry about it. Whoa, seas are choppy today. I'm getting off the deck. And let's do a little check. We will see what we sunk. We have sunk a Ucal medium composite, and we've sunk 2 Ucal medium composites for just under 8,000 tons of shipping. And we did get a little boost. We're making progress here, ladies and gentlemen. So, as we can see, those 2 ships, very, very minor increase. What we're going to need is a big-ass convoy. That's basically what we're going to need to make this work. So, what I'm going to do is sort of put myself there, facing down. We should be able to see big amounts of fleets coming in, and hopefully we get a convoy and can get some more kills. Hopefully. Anyway, guys, we will see you when I got something more exciting to show you. See you in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so in an effort to reposition myself, we've stumbled across a lone destroyer patrolling along, and to sort of make sure I get the kill here, we are going to be going old-fashioned style here, lining up the numbers. We got the torpedo going as quick as it can.
Torpedo
We're going to put it
depth
right
set
on
to
the
1
surface.
meters.
And pretty quickly here, we'll have a lineup on 3. And hopefully, it'll sink this destroyer.
Firing tube.
There we go. Los. We will get our periscope down. A fairly straight shot, which is nice. It looks like we've got another military contact down there. So there's not a lot of escorts out here, but they're definitely out here, you know what I'm saying? And this is looking a little more promising. We're still a ways out, but I have a good feeling about this shot. Yep, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Now, will it be a kill shot? I don't know. I haven't had any luck at all with kill shots on destroyers these days.
Torpedo impact.
But that looks pretty devastating. And, well, we'll see. Does it show up right away? Nope, just a torpedo impact. Which is fine. He's still moving. He's definitely slowed. Engines still running fine. That's not a surprise. We didn't really damage any of the engine systems.
Tube 1 ready.
But we'll see how this goes. Destroyers this season are... I don't know, man. They're just... They won't quit. So we'll see. Hopefully this guy goes down. But, well, that's... He's definitely listing, definitely taking on water, so I mean... It should be... You know... It should be sinking. That water's getting close to the deck. Still moving though. So... Oh, it's starting to get front heavy now. She should start to dig in. I'm impressed it's still moving, to be honest with you. Slowing down. Slowing down. The stern's starting to come out of the water on a couple of the bouncy waves. Definitely slowing down now, though. Still moving, though. Like... There's definitely no ship evacuation or anything going on here. Still trying to patrol. Definite sternage coming out of the water now. But, oh, That nose is starting to dip. Just want you to sink. Just go under the water. Just sink. I don't think she's going down. I think this is the most damage she's... Or this is it. This is the most water she's going to take on. Yeah, I really don't think this is sinking. Or maybe... No, she's definitely getting deeper. Yeah. She's definitely getting deeper, but that, of course, doesn't mean this is going to sink. We've seen destroyers survive shots much worse than this, that's for sure. Attempting to continue on the patrol. And dare I say it, I think she's going to be able to continue on to the patrol. I mean, if I were a crew on this ship, I would say, hey, Captain, I think, considering our ability to stay afloat and maneuver, it might be time to head home to port, not continuing the patrol we're on. But I'm not a destroyer captain, so I can't rightfully assess the damage of this ship and consider her ability to continue. Oh? No, that was just the angle I was looking at it. I thought it was getting deeper, but it's not. She is doing just fine. Alright, well, that's enough dicking around following a destroyer. We've got convoys to find, so hopefully we get back with one soon. See you guys in a bit. So we got a little bit of a situation here. We can see this gigantic convoy I was hunting up here. I tried to pursue them, didn't realize I was underwater, so, you know, bad things happened.
Current depth 10 meters.
So I surfaced to try and get myself around, and this destroyer took notice. What? Could this be? It must be. She's still alive. They got the fire taken care of. But, yeah, this has to be the destroyer that I pegged. And, has all damage repaired now, of course, because, you know, we stopped looking at it. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so anyway, new plan. Considering the route this massive convoy took, I'm going to stick to the shallows over here. And hopefully we'll intercept one soon. And not get hit by submarines we've already shot at. Or not submarines, destroyers. Anyway, guys, we'll see you hopefully soon with a plethora of targets to sink. See you in a bit. So it looks like I picked up a friend. A familiar friend, no less. This destroyer is now stuck in a circling pattern with me. I believe. This... It's frustrating is what it is. Okay. We're just gonna let this guy come for us, or is he gonna circle? Well, he may be moving on with his life. But we have a target to hit here.
Minimum speed ahead.
That was maybe a poor choice correction. Maybe something like that. We don't have an awful lot of battery power left. In fact... No, we're down to 9%, so we should still be able to move. Of all the freaking things, it's a green ship.
Surface the boat.
Alright, continue on your way. We've got to get some battery power up.
Recharging batteries.
Thankfully, it looks like that
They're
destroyer
reaching
is
course.
not tailing us again, but that's like the third or fourth time he's popped up. Just taunting me, just out of range. Anyway, we'll,
Waypoint. Course 242. Returning to
we'll set ourselves up here. Yeah, it's only the fourth. And we'll see if we'll finally get ourselves a convoy or something. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so we got another merchant ship here. And I think we're going to let Max take care of this guy. The seas are pretty rough. So we'll see how this goes. Well, that's a hit. Two hits. Oh, three just barely. Nicely done, Max. Okay, you're shooting over the ship. You're shooting behind the... Oh, no, we just snuck that shot in. That's good. You're definitely shooting behind the ship. We should probably keep firing at the forward sections. See, we're not even that far out from it. There we go. Just keep your shots in the middle, Max. I don't think you're skilled enough to drop them on the deck like me. Just yet. Can probably tone the speed down. Well, let's hop out and take a look. It's your average everyday British merchant ship. Nothing too special or exciting about this guy. He's dead. Like I said, nothing too special or exciting. We got ourselves another Euclid medium composite freighter for a whopping hardly anything increased. So, yeah, that's a shame. Let's check out our systems. We're at 69% fuel. Our torpedoes are still doing fairly well. We will hang around a little bit longer and see if we can't find a convoy. If not, we're going to have to be heading back home relatively soon for a rebase, because the crew's definitely earned a bit of a break. Anyway, we'll just get our
New waypoint. Course
patrol of the shallow area set up, and hopefully
Slow speed ahead.
we'll have something new to sink in a moment. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so it's just a lone ship, but we definitely do have something. This doesn't need to be that high up. We could probably go
Torpedo
2
depth, sector
meters,
2
2 meters, 2.1 meters underneath the surface. And
Target.
as we can see, well, we might as well
One. Los.
try for a shot there. This guy is nice and close. Oh. Lost the torpedo already. This is nicht so gut. There we go. Coming in nice. And this guy doesn't even know we're here.
Torpedo impact.
Well, that's an alright hit, if I do say so myself. Nice big hole up front. And that should hopefully take care of this guy quite quickly. I haven't had much luck today with sinking ships with torpedoes. Hopefully, my luck changes. And that one shot was enough to send this guy to the bottom. That's the hope, anyway. Rather not have to chase this guy down, although I guess we could probably snag him with a deck gun if we had to. But, water's already coming in. Starting to get a little front heavy.
Tube 1, ready.
I got the searchlights out now trying to find us. Took you guys a while. I won't lie. Auto saved, thank you. And come on. I just want you to sink. Your engines are still kicking. I'm not sure this is going to be enough. I'll be honest with you. So let's
New waypoint. Course 3, 2, 1.
get
Returning to
ourselves
course.
in a
New waypoint.
position
Course 296.
Slow all ballast. Half speed ahead. Slow speed ahead.
to follow this guy down with the gun. We should be able to see him.
Charging batteries.
Thankfully. Hello. We're coming after
Slow
you.
speed
Whoops.
ahead. Half
Let's
speed
kick up
ahead.
the speed. I would imagine this guy is probably... He's going 5 knots, so yeah, we will hunt him down. Now the nose is starting to come out a bit. So that's a good sign. Considering the speed we're going, I'm going to get on the gun myself. And I don't think we're that far out, really. Maybe 2 kilometers. Let's get into position. Of course. Why would I be able to see that ship on the minimap? Can probably slow this down, come to think of it. We don't need to catch them that quickly. And in fact, we can send this down to slow.
Minimum speed ahead.
Want to check on the damage? Unfortunately, the spotlight makes that incredibly difficult. But there's definite fire, definite smoke coming from the rear now too, which is super good. Come on, we're almost there. And I mean that's got to be a dead ship sooner than later here. Oh, we're so close we don't even need to aim, which is, you know, a bit of a concern. We'll want to make sure we don't ram the ship. But I think that got her. let's check the old kill log. And we've got ourselves a Hog Island type freighter, 4,000 tons. Should have added a little bit. I'm not sure that it actually did, though. So, yeah. Yippee. Let's check our subsystems. We're looking pretty good. We're doing okay on torpedoes as well. We might hang around for a couple more days. Just trying to, let's maybe avoid going the same course. Or going on a course that'll have us intersect this guy directly. You gonna go under? There we go. Now you're starting. Although we are incredibly low on armor-piercing shells, so maybe we should head back to port sooner than later. I don't really know. What I do know is that this guy won't be getting his cargo to Great Britain, so that's good. We're on the surface. Excellent. I'm gonna save it and leave the episode here for today. So, slight progress increase, which is good. But I'd still like to find myself a real convoy to take care of that mission basically in one go. So hopefully next episode we'll do that, and hopefully my absolute crushing thought in the back of my head is that we'll find an amazing convoy and we'll sink everything, but the game will decide that, hey, that doesn't count. So, yeah, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.